4 persons have lost their lives after disbandment of a AGU. That's according to UMAHI. Now, Governor David UMAHI of Ebonyi State Sunday stated that 4 persons have so far been killed, barely some days after the disbandment of the AGU security outfit by the Federal High Court sitting in Abakaliki. The governor said this while briefing newsmen shortly after a marathon meeting with security chiefs at the Muhammadu Buhari Lounge of the Ebonyi International Airport in Ezza South, local government area of the state. UMAHI, who stated that desperation on the part of politicians was the reason behind some of the attacks and violence recorded in the state, called on security operatives, including men of the vigilante groups, not to infringe on the rights of any Ebonyi person. He stated that the establishment of 2 vigilante groups will further aid the policing of the state, especially during this period of elections. According to the governor, and I quote, "I had a marathon meeting with security chiefs. There's no way a governor will accept violence in a state. Desperation is a problem. I'm not into struggling with anybody. Desperation is what is leading to the attacks and counterattacks in the state. Some vigilante members are in custody. 4 people have been killed after the ban on EBUBE. If you come to Ebonyi State, it's not everybody that loves me. 99.9% loves me, and the other fraction that hates me may be because I'm not meeting up with their needs. Our job is to instill confidence in others. Do not compare Ebonyi with any other state. We are not owing nobody pension in Ebonyi State. We have paid 3 billion naira for gratuity. There are people earning salaries, but they are not civil servants. I set up a committee through the deputy governor, so we are committed to paying the gratuity to workers of the state. I think generally that God is said to do great things in the country. If it is God's will, He will bring Asiwaju to power. It's about the people. Blame yourself. You are the people that propagated the ideology of IPOB. They get into drug and idolatry. They are seen with life tortoises. We are talking to our people. Can they kill everybody? No. The people must rise for the election to hold. If there's no vigilante in this town, you will be afraid to come out. 2 new vigilantes has been established. There is no EBUBE in Ebonyi. Even if we appeal, I will not reconstitute them. If an Igbo man becomes president, he cannot develop Ebonyi State. We have served enough, and it is time for others to serve us." End of quote. And so, first, he said, or the lastly, that if Igbo man becomes a president, that he will not develop Ebonyi State. That's what this man is saying. So, but if Asiwaju becomes the president, he will develop Ebonyi State. This man forgot that he will one day become former governor. He has said that, look, Ebonyi State is not a Biafra land. He has been saying it regularly, telling the world that his own state is not part of Biafra. So, dishing out lies to the international. Yes. Dishing out lies, because Nigerians are aware that he is lying. So he's trying to deceive the international community, but they are also aware that he's a liar. Okay? And so, I said again that the people propagated the ideology of IPOB, and that IPOB have gotten into drug and idolatry. They are being seen using with life tortoises, and so that is his own propaganda to dent the image of IPOB and the agitation. Yes, the people are in love with what IPOB is doing, and they all embraced it with their full chest. And there's nothing UMAHI and his likes can do about it. If you like, let them have 100 UMAHIs in Ebonyi. They cannot stop the will of the people. They've embraced the agitation. They're on the same page with IPOB for a referendum. And that is it. So he is being angered, frustrated by that. And again, he said 4 persons has lost their lives since the disbandment of EBUBE. That is, UMAHI is causing confusion in Ebonyi State. And he wants to instigate violence. He's causing those killings to tell the world that EBUBE has been doing a wonderful job. And so Since the disbandment, 4 persons have been killed. So this man is a desperado. He accuses others of being desperate. That's what he's saying. He accused others of being desperate. He said desperation is what is happening in Ebonyi State. Who is desperate than him? He is the one who is desperate. He's desperate, doing everything to go to the Senate, doing everything to succeed himself, to capture the state completely. Whereas when he was deputy governor, he did everything humanly possible, legal and illegal, to enthrone himself as the governor, disregarding the then sitting governor, Martin Wancho Elechi. Now he is the governor. He's leaving office in a few months, just barely 4 months now. So he's trying everything to succeed himself. You know all he has committed as the governor of Ebonyi State. So he is desperate. He is desperate himself. So what is happening is that the Ebonyi State people should be very careful now. He said he has established 2 new vigilante groups. 2 new vigilante groups that he's not ready to reconstruct the bag if the court gives counter directive that he will not reconstruct again. Rather, he has established another 2 vigilante groups working for him. So what we are saying is that the people of Ebonyi State, you have to be on the on look. Okay? So you be very careful and meticulous with this man. He is desperate. All he's doing is to make sure that he cover many sins and evil he committed in office. So he can go to any lengths to do that in trying to succeed himself. So he have said it all, that he's supporting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that Igbo man will not save Igbo man. It is only UMAHI that will become president, and Anambra will be developed, Imo will be developed, Enugu will be developed, Abia will be developed, even Delta will be developed, Rivers will be developed, because it's UMAHI. If another person from the south is become the president, the person will not have the capacity to develop Ebonyi State, because the person hates Ebonyi State. That is it. He's the only one that loves the Igbos. As a chairman of Southeastern Governance Forum, what is his achievement? This UMAHI. Nothing. He will mention Second Niger Bridge. That's the only thing they will mention, Second Niger Bridge. So they have nothing to show. No scorecard. Nothing is there. Alright? So what we are saying is that be careful if you're in Ebonyi State this period. The desperado is leaving office. He's fighting dirty. Okay? So do not be caught on guard. Be very meticulous. So Ebonyi State is solidly Biafra land. Nothing will change it. UMAHI will stay only 4 months now, and he will vacate that place. And will be, he will be clamped into the dustbin of history.